in this classroom really know what badminton is, or really play badminton actually. But badminton is actually a full body workout, and it burns as much calories as running 5 miles per hour for an hour. And not only badminton is fun, obviously, it's a good workout. And a badminton shuttlecock, which is this, is the fastest record. It flew 188 miles per hour. Someone hit it and it flew that fast. But if machine tested, it can fly 250 miles per hour actually. And this badminton racket here, it represents my life since I was 13 years old. This was the first racket I used and actually started competing with. It has many like nicks and it broke here. I have many other better rackets, but I always keep this one because this one is basically started my badminton career. And learning more about badminton can give you more options to working out, or like other than the typical sports people know as swimming, running, basketball, etc. You know? Contrary to what people see, badminton is actually a really hard sport. What is badminton, first of all? Badminton is, the best way to describe it is a mix between tennis and volleyball. And what you do is you have 2 people play minimum, and you get the racket, which is that, and you hit this, a shuttlecock, or people call it bird because it flies, back and forth like volleyball, volley back and forth. You keep doing this until someone hits the net, or it hits the ground, or hits out. And you do this up to 21 points. And it seems easy enough, right? But the problem is it's from 0 to 21 points, you do a lot of running, hitting, and like jumping. So it's actually really hard on your body. When you play badminton, you're just concentrating on hitting this. But you don't realize that you're actually working on a lot of muscle groups. The muscle groups you're working out is your calves, your quadriceps, your butt, your upper and lower abs, your shoulders, your biceps, and your forearm, which is a lot of muscle groups to be thinking about while playing a game. But you won't realize until maybe the next day, or if you're fit, you'll just be like, oh, that's interesting, I'm stiff. Maybe you'll be sore, but you're like, why am I sore in these weird places? And you're like, badminton. Who would ever think? And I play a lot of competition badminton all around California, so I consider myself part of the badminton culture. And I wasn't always playing badminton, but the first time was 7 years ago, and it was a really funny reason why I started playing. First, I was in cross country and track, and I really loved racing. But the problem was that I could not stand my coach at all. He would, if I would miss practice for, let's say, a concert, I had to do violin, because violin was a major part of my life also. He would deduct my grade down, like a B. And I couldn't stand him. I said, I'm sorry, I would pick violin more than your coach. So I quit cross country and track because I couldn't handle that anymore. And so I was thinking, what should I do now? Because I don't want to take PE. PE, you have to get tested in sit-ups and push-ups. I can't do those. So I was like, hey, badminton, that's easy. I'll get a good A in that one. That's so easy. And so when I started, I was like, oh, that guy's in there. It was my high school crush. I was like, hey, he's in badminton too. Benefits for me. And so I was like, I saw him, he was in varsity, and I wanted to be in varsity also, so maybe I could play with him or something, right? So I started training in San Diego Valley Badminton Club, which is 10 minutes east of Cal State LA, actually. And I started training almost every day so I can be in varsity. And by the time the season came up, I was better than him, and I stopped liking him. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I like badminton, so it works out for me, kind of. And so it became like a really big part of my life when I started enjoying the season and going into tournaments and playing and seeing basically all over California. And I realized then that how much more muscle definition I had before I was like 20 pounds heavier. Even with cross country, I didn't really lose weight. I should lose more weight, but badminton actually made me slim down a lot more. And now you know that badminton actually is a good workout for you, and it's pretty fun. Maybe you can consider it like a workout when you're bored of maybe running or swimming or the usual workout. And first I discussed how badminton can tone and build your muscles. Then I described how this artifact represents me and how I can relate to it. And badminton isn't a fun, is a fun sport, and it's not necessarily easy, but just remember how fast this can go. So you don't think of it as just really volley. Remember, it could go 250 miles per hour, and it really can injure you.